I found out he was Jewish, and it was really awesome because that was something I sort of bonded with him because I'm Jewish too, and like there's kind of not a lot of us around, and like it was just really awesome, and I just remember always feeling like I was better around him. Like he always brought out the best in everybody, and it was amazing. Thanks.
Hello. We went to high school with, middle school, yeah? Middle school with Boris. And for all the girls, he was more like a little brother to our group. He was never really around the guys as much as with us. So he's very close to us. I had typed something up quickly I was just going to leave it in the guest book, but I thought maybe everybody should hear it. For this horrible mishap, usually the first thing that comes to mind when something bad happens is what did the person deserve? But honestly, I don't think he deserved this at all. So there had to be a message for this whole mishap. And yeah, I can't read.
More? Okay. For Boris, he didn't deserve what had happened to him. So what's the reason why he had to leave us? It took me a while, but in the end I realized that he's an example of all of us and that we need to accept the fact that life's too short. He was such a fun and loving person, and if anything, he's the model of what we should be like as well. Never blaming or getting caught up in stupid, unimportant drama, but doing what we want because we love it, rather than because it is what is expected of us. Boris was an amazing friend, and no matter how long it was that we didn't talk or see each other, when we finally made contact, it was as if no time had gone by. That is how it should always be like with the people who we consider friends. It shouldn't be awkward when time passes, and we should never treat someone who was once a friend a stranger only because time has passed, and that's what I learned. This horrible experience will never be forgotten, but it will be shadowed by the life that Boris lived and the people he made smile. He was a fantastic spirit and could crack a joke at any time. He knew me so well that he knew her so well, that he knew what could change my mood and make me laugh. And I know that he has done that with everyone he has met. It's an amazing gift that should never be forgotten, but perhaps exercise in the memory of him. It's another lesson to be understood, that only because your friend is sad, it doesn't hurt to try and make them smile, even if you have to make a complete fool out of yourself to get a little chuckle. This horrible misfortune is something that I don't believe Boris would want us to hold heavy in our hearts. He would want us to enjoy and appreciate life. And if we can't do that for ourselves, then at least we could try and do it for him. He was a great friend who had a unique soul, and he will never be forgotten. He was one of the few guys I felt like I could really talk to and believed he understood me. He was one of the few who could be miles away, but he always felt nearby. Although Boris had left us, he will never be too far because he's in our memories and in our hearts.
Can you guys hear me? I'd just like to address Boris's parents and his brother, and I hope you know that your son loved you more than anything, and he'll always be with you. And you raised a great boy, and you should be proud of yourself.
Hi, I also met Boris through theater at Claremont High School, and a great part of our friendship was spent talking about how we should really be hating each other because I'm a Muslim and he's Jewish, and so we used to crack a lot of politically incorrect jokes around each other and have a lot of fun with it. And some of my great memories are, I saw a picture of it up there. I made him wear a scarf and we snapped pictures of it. And in January when I was back home visiting, I got to go up to Knott's Berry Farm with him, and there was this new ride and it took videos instead of snapshots of you, and So we made this whole video of me stealing his yarmulke, and it was just horribly incorrect, and we have it on tape, and it was great, and I want to give a copy to the family just to see how funny he was and what a great friend he was. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Jeff Putnam with Medic One Ambulance, and unfortunately I never got the chance to meet Boris, but from what I've heard, he sounds like he was an amazing person. I had originally got the phone call from Cliff Hatzel, which was Boris's EMT instructor, and he gave me a call and told me that he was not having a good day, that one of his students had been killed in a car accident, and told me the story of what had happened, and asked, he said he did a ride along with one of our crews, and said if we can come down for support and send some uniformed personnel, down there for support. So I just wanted to say my deepest regrets on behalf of myself, all the other EMTs that showed up here on Medic One, and from the company of Medic One Ambulance. We deepest regrets and sorry for your loss deeply.
Thank you. Anybody else? Okay. Right now, I'd like to introduce, so the father of Boris. He's going to come up and say a few words. Here's Gregory.
As you heard everything about Boris, and people who knew him for a long time, let's say 5-6 years, who knew him for a couple of hours, and people who actually didn't know him a lot, but heard all the stories, all the people talking about him. I think all of you understand that Boris was and is just about people. Everything in his life was about people. To be friendly with people, to help people, to be around people. All his life he enjoyed being with his friends, and he was very loyal to them, very loyal. He was a member of swim team on West Side YMCA. When we moved to Claremont, we were hoping he will continue to swim. And you know what? He could not do it. He could not do the same thing with different team. And he never swim again. Because to swim with the other team would be like cheating on his original team from YCM and West Side. He got his new love, theater, and all the senior years in the high school he was completely dedicated to the theater. Doesn't matter, he was in the play and he was in the rehearsal or he was just hanging around in the theater. He would spend 24 hours a day there in the theater, but the most important for him was to be around people, to be around his friends. Doesn't matter what he does in theater, or some carpenter job, or electrician job, or helping with light decoration for the Christmas. Doesn't matter. He was, for him, the most important was be with his friends. And actually, friends, people who he met, brought to his life this joy and happiness and everything he had in his life.